my job experience.
This is a horrifying path that almost everybody will have to eventually face in their life, whether we like it or not. And most of the time, we don't. But everyone has to get their bread somehow. So we just gotta suck it up and pray that we win the lottery or our parlay hits one day. Because let's be for real, nobody want a job. Like, unless you got real aspirations for a certain type of work, I think most of us, if given a magical opportunity to get paid however much you get paid now and not work that job again, we would take it. Because most of us.
Yeah, I think a bigger problem, though, is that all of the good jobs that people do want are either far and few between where they're all full, or they pay fucking nothing. Like, a lot, like, dude, working at an animal shelter. Hard work makes you feel like you're doing something good. Most people volunteering, if you are working, you're not getting paid much, right? Like those types of things where you're like, hey, I enjoy this, but you're getting what? Fucking minimum wage, or you're volunteering your time. Like anything where you're like, oh, I feel like I'm doing something. Like, yeah, nobody's going to want to work a fucking 9 to 5 flipping burgers at a McDonald's.
Us see jobs as a way to get by in life and try to make ends meet. There's no room for you to pursue passions in this economy. You better second guess that art degree and major in business so you can be an executive marketing promoter for $1 billion company. But I digress. I'm just saying, I doubt that is most people's passions to work at a 9 to 5 at a warehouse lifting boxes. I don't
know. Do you think there's some people that genuinely enjoy working their 9 to 5? I think it depends on the career. I enjoy streaming. I also have a great job, right? So and it's not a 9 to 5. I pick my own hours. So, like, what's a job that you think people do enjoy that's a 9 to 5? No union work. I don't think anything carpentry, plumbing, electrician, unions. I don't think anybody doing that enjoys it. I don't think they hate it, but it's like we're doing it. They're doing it for the money. Maybe teachers. I think teachers enjoy it. Welding. I think there might be welders that enjoy welding or like restoration work if they're really into it. Working at zoos. Yeah. I think zookeepers like their job. I would say zookeepers, or if you work in an aquarium. But those are like, you know, far and few between jobs. That's what I was talking about. Doctors don't enjoy their job. Buddy, the majority of doctors are going in it for the money. I think there's a few doctors that enjoy saving and helping people. I don't think they like the activity of going to work and having to be there for 10 hours a day. Like nurses, I know EMTs. They like helping people. They don't like their job. You know, you could still be like, oh, I enjoy the benefit I give to people, but I'm not enjoying the active, like having to wake up at 5 a.m. to go on a call.
Mean any disrespect, but am I wrong? Plus, it's fun being unemployed. As long as you got a roof over your head and don't need to worry about bills, most likely because you still live with your parents, then why would you want a job? That sounds like it's taking away your time from being grandmaster on Rivals and watching reels. Nah, that's too much. But eventually, you want to get your own stuff, you know, young boy ticket.
I think the issue is if you get caught up on, hey, I don't want to have to work until I'm 65, so I'm going to like live at my parents right now, but then you don't get a job, then you're forcing yourself to work till 65. Because if you don't, like, money compounds over time. You gain interest. If you save money, that money will accrue more money over time, especially if you invest it correctly. Not financial advice. But if you're like, you know, unemployed until you're 28 years old, you're already, you know, 8 years, 9 years behind everybody else. So you're already setting yourself off to a rough patch there. And obviously this is coming from a fucking Twitch streamer, so take everything I say with a fucking grain of salt. But if you don't start working, like the biggest thing that upsets me is, and I understand I did social media in college. I think I had to balance a lot because I got a fucking bachelor's degree while I was streaming 100 hours a month and doing all this other stuff. Obviously, there are people that had it way worse, but I was still doing work, right? Even if my job is fun. But I don't understand people that go through college and get their first job at 24. If that's you, I'm not making fun of you. I just don't understand people not having a job in high school is one thing. I don't think that's bad, right? Like if you want a job in high school, if you don't, you want to focus on sports or whatever, your AP classes, that's fine. But like if you're getting through high school and college, and maybe your parents are paying for shit, and like, yeah, you're able to coast through it. That's fine. But now, like, you're probably going to hate your job because you're not, like, your first job experience is a real 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if you were able to work at like 7-Eleven or a 9 to 5 at Wendy's, McDonald's, Walmart, waitressing, and then you get into a real job at 24, 23, you're going to be more prepared and ready, and you understand the expectations versus, hey, I'm fucking mid-20s, never worked a day in my life, first time fucking clocking in.
It ain't free. Or life really hits you in the face and now you actually have bills. So eventually we all have to get a...
I like being a kid. Yeah, cherish that time, but also recognize the benefits of not being a kid and that you can't be a kid forever. You're not going to be, like, you're not going to be 15 forever. You're not going to be 16 forever. At some point, you're going to have to get a job. You're going to have to work a 9 to 5. You're going to have to, maybe not a 9 to 5, but you're going to have to make money somehow to live, right? You can't have everything provided for you your whole life. Quit being depressing. It's not, I don't think it's depressing. I think it's something that you should just casually think about. I think a lot of you guys stress about it too much, and I think there is a lot of pressure put on you guys more than previous generations. I think Gen Z has a lot of expectations, especially how today's economy is, where it's like, hey, if you don't get a college degree, you're fucked. Hey, if you don't do this and you don't do that and you don't get a good GPA and you don't do academics and work a job at the same time, you're not going to be able to succeed in life because you're going to be indebted to student loans for the rest of your life. You're going to work until you're 75 and then you're going to die having no paid time off, and you're going to visit one country the entire length of your life. Like, that's stressful. But, like, also recognize, hey, just plan shit slowly. Don't not think about it, but don't force yourself to think about it so much that it stresses you out. Plan time out to be like, hey, let me schedule this. Let me have a few plans. Let me have a few backup plans. So then you could go into that knowing what you're doing. Even if you feel like you're doing something good, if you're getting mentally taxed from it, that is the downside of your job. Even if you're getting good money and you feel like you're doing good, it is mentally taxing. Like surgeons. Like, surgeons make good money. They help people. The job's fucking hard as shit. Long education, long hours, and you're exhausted. And also just like the mental guilt. Like, if you're fucking making $500K a year, but you just didn't save somebody in surgery and they're dead, like that fucking, like, every job has downside.
You know what's harder than actually deciding to get a job? Finding one that hires you. I swear you could send 100 applications to 100 different places and all of them would still ghost you. You think with how many job openings you see, the businesses are desperate to find people. But nah, it feels like they're posting it as bait, just to mess with people or steal your info. Not only that, if this is your first job, you're gonna have a harder time because even the quote-unquote entry-level jobs are asking for a qualification of having prior experience. Like, isn't that what this job is for?
I think a lot of them list that, but in my experience when I was applying is they'll still accept you if they need the job. It's how bad they need an employee. If no one's applying and you apply and you could get away without having the full requirements, but if they have 100 people applying for one job position, they're going to pick the best person. So if they know that they're going to get a lot of job applications, they'll up the requirements. So then less people will apply and they'll just get better candidates. Versus if it's bare minimum, then 150 people apply and they have to weed through those. Versus going, hey, we need a bachelor's degree to work a fucking minimum wage job. They're going to get 5 applications. They just pick one guy.
Supposed to get experience and not be homeless while almost every decent paying job requires that. And trying to apply for a job on LinkedIn or Indeed is like sending your application into a void. I swear none of those people be reading them. You could have the most stacked profile on LinkedIn. You got a bachelor's, master's, discovered the cure for cancer. Then you send in an application for your dream job to your dream company. Then they write back to you saying, we've read your application. Unfortunately, the CEO's daughter has took your position that you applied for, so get the fuck on. Back when I was still
Yeah, I mean, connections, I always say this, connections is everything. Connections is gonna make or break whether or not you get a job as well, and that rules out experience. Experience matters more than a lot, but connections trumps that. If you have a job position that's open, but it's like the daughter or son or cousin of somebody that's already in the field and they can get a recommendation, you're fucked. You're not getting the job. Yeah, nepotism for sure. I think it's different, nepotism versus like just like a nepo baby in general that's just getting everything handed to them. But it is also just like, why wouldn't you do that? You know, you're gonna help out your family. If you were in that position where you could get your son a job, fuck the other guy. I don't know this random guy named John that needs a fucking job real bad. I'm gonna get my kid a job versus them. So you're always going to put your family first or friends first in that aspect.
Applying for jobs, I literally gave up on sending applications on those sites because I never get a response back. Like, damn, was my application that bad? Even when your application does get noticed and you get set up for an interview, you still got to go through some more bullshit-ass questions. Why did you choose our business? Y'all hiring. Like, what's up?
Yeah, you got to glaze the fuck out of it. I think the weirdest thing is when jobs require a bachelor's degree, but any bachelor's degree. It's just fucking weird. Like, there's so many jobs that are like, hey, you need a 4-year degree. Doesn't matter in what. Oh, so you'd hire a guy that had a 4-year degree in communications, fucking biology, chemistry, physics, philosophy, fucking anything. What the fuck? So it's just like, oh, you have to be smart enough to get through college. That's really what they're telling you. You need a degree. Shows hard work and persistence. It doesn't, though. It doesn't, though. You know how much? You know the difference between levels of how hard a degree is versus another? I got a BA in philosophy. It's not for everybody, right? But I read and I wrote papers. I could get 2 BAs in philosophy from 2 different universities easier than getting a fucking biochem degree from one university. I could get 2 bachelors from 2 different universities in philosophy easier than I could a fucking biochem degree. For sure. So how are you going to fucking sit here and say, oh, it's just like it shows persistence? I think you could fucking steamroll through certain degrees way easier than others.
Money? What else am I here for? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Hopefully not here. That's just me being honest with my answers. What do you want me to do? Work here for the rest of my life? This is a Wendy's. So you gotta lie with any question they ask. You have to make yourself look as good as possible. So you gotta fake it till you make it. Even if they asked you a stupid question like, would you still work this job even if there was no pay? You say absolutely. I always wanted to be a slave. Congratulations.
Well, one of the biggest things is like job hopping and just getting experience where you can. Like, if you're able to get a job that you know you don't want, but you could hold for a certain period of time so you could put it on your resume for another job in good standing, that helps you out fucking tenfold comparable to somebody else with nothing. Like, sometimes grabbing a job that you don't want and just holding it for a little bit and then dipping is like, hey, I worked here for 6 months. I worked here for a year.
Congratulations, you have successfully become employed. The end of your life starts Tuesday. After starting a job, I feel after the first week, you can find out whether you like it or quit it the next month. And it won't be the job itself to motivate this decision. It's your boss and coworkers.
Jiggle my ball.
What's like the best minimum wage job you could hold? Like some easy shit. I think pushing shopping carts in a very good climate-based area. When I applied to jobs, I wanted to be a cart boy so bad. But like only during like fall, winter. Like if it's like Arizona, oh fuck being a cart kid. Like it's like 110 degrees outside. Discord mod. Stacking shelves. Is stacking shelves a good job? I feel like you're going to get a different answer depending on where they work and who it is. Working at a Publix, Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot's easy as shit. Yeah, I feel like you don't get many customers at Home Depot too. Like you kind of just bum around. You just kind of stand there. And a lot of the shit's self-checkout too. Full service gas station. Yeah, being a gas clerk in New Jersey is kind of a fire job. But you make more than minimum wage, I think. You just fucking sit there, pump people's gas. Hey, what is it? Filled up regular. Oh, okay, boss. You want the receipt? No? Have a good day. Next. And then you just sit in a box, and it's heated. Heated or cooled. You're just kind of chilling. Working at the movies. I feel like working at the movies right now was like a horrible era. Coming off the Minecraft film? No. Working at the movies would suck, that. that aspect of it. Depends what movies are out. That's what determines how good your job is at a movie theater. What movies are out.
Refresh
Refresh the everyday with Mentos Gum. Yes to fresh.
Okay.
At Clarkson Eye Care, we meet your vision needs with care that just clicks.
With a passionate team and great eyewear, we bring clarity to your eyes and confidence to your life. Schedule your appointment today to find your focus.
They can make or break this whole thing. If you happen to get a chill boss and co-workers you can vibe with, that's amazing. That's how my last real job was. I used to be a waiter for weddings and other events. That job low-key had me stressing because I wasn't good at the start. I was awkward taking orders, I would mess up orders, and one time
I think being a waiter is one of the worst jobs you could have. Any service job where you're working for tips is terrible. Unless it's, okay, no, you know the best job? Bottle service. Being an attractive bottle service woman at a nightclub, you work shit hours, but if it's a popular nightclub and you just go, oh, it's Ronald's birthday. Here's a $180 bottle of Grey Goose. And then they tip you fucking $50 on that. Like there's some clubs, like day clubs in AC in New Jersey. And if you're like a bottle girl there and dude, you might just get somebody that orders like $1,000 of alcohol and they're gonna put even 10% gratuity. You just bring out bottles of liquor, stand there for 10 minutes. You make $100.
Imagine working a 16-hour shift and walking out of it happy. One day I clocked in for a double shift for a wedding and a Sweet 16 at 9:30 a.m. and clocking out at 1:30 a.m. Granted, I was dead after that shift and had to take off my shoes more than once, but I got $60 worth of tips and went to Wawa after work, so I felt like Gucci.
Oh, Wawa. Got that fucking quarter-pound hot dog and a Slurpee.
And I believe I only felt like this because the environment I was around was nice. Sometimes. I've had to serve some aggressive people at some points.
Yeah, it's my birthday today. What can I get out here for free? You a bitch.
If I had trash co-workers or a trash boss, I would have not stayed at that job for long. I have zero patience for bullshit. Literally. Like example, the first job I've ever had in my senior year of high school, I was a janitor at a warehouse. I had no co-workers.
A janitor at a warehouse. How did he land that job? I feel like most high schoolers either do service jobs or work at retail. That's like 99% of high school jobs is working at like grocery stores, fast food, or restaurants.
So I had nobody to talk to, and my boss was not a bad
being like a dishwasher.
person, but a bad.
I don't know. Is being a dishwasher a bad job? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know in the restaurant business what would be the worst though. Being a cook in certain. I think the benefit of being like some jobs that are mentally stimulating are better than ones that are boring. Would you rather have a job? Here's a question for chat. Would you rather have a job that is like boring, where you do absolutely nothing, but you get paid, you know, the same amount as another job where you're like constantly working, but it goes by quicker? Yeah, I think that I would rather have the mentally stimulating one where I'm just constantly doing shit for like 7 hours a day. Because then at least, you know, you're living. Even if like you're like kind of in a woo way state where you're just kind of mindlessly working, you know, or like effortless effort, as they would say, I think that's better than just like dude, I know I always relate this back to GNC. When I would work at GNC, I would do an 8-hour shift and sit there for 6 hours and no one would come in. No one would come in. And I would have other jobs where I'd have to clean shelves, stock things, keep inventory. But like I would get that done in an hour. And then I would just sit there. And I just go. And you weren't allowed to like chill on your phone. So I would just stand there. Like literally a Sims character. Just like. Just waiting. Just wandering the store. Just NPC pacing. In like a fucking set path.
I'd be working shifts that were 2 to 3 hours every few days, cleaning the break rooms, hallways, and bathrooms. So my pay wasn't even that good, but since I was still in school, I was just thinking I'm making money and I got more time to study and goon. That sounds like a win-win. But when payday arrived, I would only be paid for half the hours I worked. Sometimes times less. I was already barely working as is, combined with a salary of $13 an hour, cleaning up pee-pee and poo-poo. Man, I'm not taking it. Plus, he only paid me.
This motherfucker definitely lives in New Jersey. Degenerosity mentioning Wawa and 13 an hour when he was in high school? Surely. Wawa 13 an hour?
Through Cash App. You've ever had a job that only paid you through Cash App? Man, I had to go.
Okay, no, that has to be illegal. Your career paid, your job paid you in Cash App. You weren't even on their books, bro. He didn't even fill out a tax form. That motherfucker was getting paid under the table.
I only worked there for a few weeks. He did pay me the rest of the money after, so he cool, but man, warehouse jobs are not it. My patience dwindled faster when I got accepted at BJ's, and I worked there for 1 day. I asked to go to the bathroom and left during orientation. I discovered they weren't what they advertised.
Left during orientation. No fucking way. Bro, what? Yo, can I go to the bathroom? You leave mid... Bro, you had a shift. You just dipped during the fucking, like, teaching day?
But how you gonna call yourselves BJ's without expecting people to have certain expectations? That's false advertising. So I left. That wasn't really the reason. I just didn't want to work in the freezer. That's when I started my waiting job, then YouTube, and now here I am. Unemployed since. I'm just saying I can understand the struggles of looking for and having a job. Man. Especially the ones you only take to make ends meet. And the unemployed life can be really fun when you have stuff to fall back on. If not, it will only be short-term satisfaction. Eventually.
Bro, I also think that you could solve a lot of the, like, unrest in the job market in the US by just cutting some of the work time. Like, no, there's never going to be a world where everybody's going to be happy working their job, but you could get through like a 30-hour work week. Like, the average person would be much less unhappy if they worked 6 hours a day, 5 days a week versus 8 or 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. Like, that's how, like, a lot of European countries do that. If you were to work like 9 to 3, that's not that bad.
Wondering how I got here? Well, when you get a taste for something different, different is all you'll live for.
Try it. Try different.
Like 9 to 3, and then you have the rest of the day off, and you're getting paid the same amount. The problem is that's never going to happen because they're not going to up your wages, and then they're never going to do that. You would just make less money. Yeah, they would never do that for us, though. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, that wouldn't happen. But dude, it's so weird that we still live in the 8-hour workday space. Because do you know how that originated? By the way, the 8-hour workday. We talked about that, but this has been a while. The 8-hour shift started during like the Industrial Revolution when like Henry Ford wanted to, they wanted to have 8, 8, and 8. 8 hours rest, 8 hours work, 8 hours like relaxation, right? Or like rec time where you would do whatever. You would split your day in three points where you'd sleep for 8, you would work for 8, you had 8 off. And it's crazy we're still advancing technologically and societally, but we're still in the industrial level workday. And I think a lot of countries are out of that, but the US, I think, will remain that way forever. What do you think is the easiest job? I don't know. A lot of people are going to say streaming. I don't think streaming is the easiest job. I think streaming is one of the best jobs. I don't think that my job is by any means harder than a 9 to 5, though. I think that is crack shit when people say that. You want the easiest job? TikToker. More than streamer. I think being one of the people on TikTok that make 4 TikToks a day and do dance, like Charlie D'Amelio, was an easy job. She got a lot of hate. I think you don't recognize the downsides of the job that come alongside it. The work for her was high because she was one of the biggest TikTokers, so she had a lot of ad stuff. But like if you're like somebody on TikTok that makes like 4 videos a day, or you're like a clipper on TikTok and you make a full-time salary clipping content on TikTok, that's the easiest job in the world. You're not even making original content. You clip other people's content, make money off of it, give publicity to the person so they don't even care, and then you're making fucking $10,000 a month doing that. OnlyFans content? Yeah, but OnlyFans content's easy, but you also like Yeah, you have to have the body for it. You have to stomach all the weirdos, and you're going to have stalkers, right? So you have to recognize, if you're going just for surface value, what's the easiest job? Yeah, TikToker, OnlyFans, shit like that. Like food tasting. But if you're going, like, and adding up the downsides of, like, weirdos and shit, then you get into, like, a bigger debate.
Have to get a career, deal with any of the shortcomings of it, and do that for the rest of your life. The American...
Actually, no. I wouldn't even say easiest. Like, if you're going easiest job, you're going, like, something that is a minimum wage job that you do nothing. It just sucks because you work long hours and get paid shit. Like, those jobs aren't necessarily, like, not every minimum wage job. I'm saying certain jobs are easy, they just suck because you get paid nothing, they're boring, and you work 10 hours a day. So, I mean, have that argument of what's the easiest job is hard.
Dream. So when looking for a job, make sure to get one that you like if you have the privilege to do so. That's all I really wanted to say. And in conclusion, enjoy unemployment while you still can. Different stroke.
That was a really good video. I passed out 14 different times during this video. Please refrain from the use of profanity in the next one. I think out of social media jobs, Snapchat's the easiest. What David Dobrik does, that's the easiest social media job. End of story. End of conversation. That's the easiest job. Just post 80 different fucking pictures on Snapchat and then post a clickbait of a woman in a mirror doing this. And then that'll be the thumbnail, and then you're going to have a bunch of gooners that go and spam through 10 different ads, and then you get paid. And so that's how, like, Bryce Hall, David Dobrik, and all those guys make money. is they just fucking spam post on Snapchat, and it makes a bag. It makes a bag. So, like, those content guys make a lot. I think that's easiest in the content realm. Maybe Instagram, if you're like an Instagram model, but you have to upkeep your body, obviously, and the way you look, which is stressful. Then TikTok. I think one of the worst social media jobs, or hardest, God, I'm going to sound like such an ass saying this, streaming. I think streaming, because streaming, you still have active hours. Streaming, you still have active hours. YouTube, you pick. It's not, I'm not saying streaming's hard, by the way. I need to preface that. Streaming is not, I'm not saying this is a hard job. I'm not saying this is a tough job by any means. I'm saying out of social media, just influencer jobs, I think streaming is the longest hourly, and then YouTube content. But it depends on the YouTuber. Streaming and YouTubers, it's the longest hours. Like XQC will stream like 15 hours a day. But I'm just comparing to content. I still think my job's easier than any 9 to 5. Genuinely. I think my job's easier and better than any 9 to 5. But I think if you're going on the streaming, or if you're going like streaming versus Snapchat versus like guys that just retweet and rip Twitter posts, like that's like easier work, you know? All right, next video. "72 hours in an adult-only city."
This is the Villages, Florida. It's a senior citizen community that's known as the STD capital of America. At first glance, it looks like a paradise for retirees. But this place has a reputation for wild parties, secret symbols, and wife swapping.
They'll have out in the open.
Hey, you can walk by people and
they will not have sex. They'll be naked out in the open. Oh my God, bro. That'd be traumatic. You're just you go down the wrong, you can take the wrong GPS route on Apple Maps. You're driving through some city and you're like, why is there just 80-year-old naked people walking around?
I'll be naked.
So I went there with one goal: get invited by a swinger to their house and see if
get into a swinger, get into an old people orgy. Goal number 2.
these rumors are actually true. But what happened to me while I was there,
You get invited to an old person's house. Could I see what color loofah you have?
actually scarred me for life. We're at the first gas station that I found in the Villages.
Yo, I hate that shit. Side note, gas. Yo, scamming the idiots. $2.99 and 9/10 of a penny. $3. $3. Not only is it $2.99, $2.99 and 9/10 of a penny. $2.999. That's $3. In what world is that you could, if you're buying like hundreds of gallons, you're saving pennies.
That I found in the villages.
If you ride through the housing developments and you see the garage halfway open, it means they're swingers and come on in.
Really?
Yeah.
So I might.
A person who engages in group sex or swapping of sexual partners. But do you think that it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like you think those old people towns are swingers like wives and husbands? Or you think it's just like an old people community where they're just like all fucking? I did hear about swinger. I know there's swinger parties, and it's not just in Florida and like these old people towns. There's swinger parties everywhere, and they call it like a key bowl or some shit, where like the wives will just grab a key, and whoever's key they grab is the guy they're going home with that night. And so they all swap. You get unlucky. Is there like a requirement of like attractiveness for like a swinger party? Because what if there's like Gertrude is one of the men there. And you're like, fuck, nobody wants him. You pull the fucking Hyundai and you're like, oh, shit.
Exit that I pulled off. We're already hearing that it's like Swingerville. So yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I was like, you're kidding me. and then it came online, and I was like, okay.
No way. I didn't think it was true, bro. I thought this was an internet bit. I'm actually going to get in the ass tomorrow.
Bruh. What? What?
And somehow, me saying that would have been the least of my concern. Because what unfolded over the next 30 minutes actually scarred me for life.
We just passed a fucking golf cart that had a loofah hanging 2 seconds down the road from our Airbnb.
Apparently, people here use subtle symbols to signal what they're into. Adirondack chairs in front of their house sometimes signals that they're swingers. Different color loofahs.
An Adirondack chair is just a good chair. What? An Adirondack chair? Bro, how does that mean that you're a swinger? That could just mean that you just like the fucking lounger chair. What? I feel like we watched a video about this town like 2 years ago or some shit, but it was like more informative than this guy trying to get into a party. Novices and beginners. Purple, voyeur, and people who like to watch. Oh, fuck no. Some guy in a Batman suit in the closet. Soft swap, people who like to do it with others in the room. Who came up with this color coding system? Lowest level of full swap. Mid-level swap for people who want to have fun but are still nervous. Full swap, those who say, the hell with it, let it all go down. Teal, bisexual, or those want to increase their dating chances. Oh my God. What if you just moved into this town and you just had no idea?
Loofahs hanging from their golf.
You just coincidentally just have teal loofahs.
Carts, upside down pineapples. There's so many other things, but
everybody starts getting real buddy with you. You're like, wow, this town's really friendly.
Outsiders, it looks random, but the people who know it's a code.
Look right there too. They're everywhere. Oh my God.
And when we got to our Airbnb at the center of the villages, I started to realize what I was really in for.
It smells like straight up drugs. Look, no, like I'm not even joking. It hit me like a wall. My nose is burning.
Bro, the people that were here before us actually just destroyed them. To buy a house here, you have to be 50.
Dude, I'm not going to say that they don't clean Airbnbs well, but like I genuinely believe you could like, if you were to Airbnb for like 4 days, you could piss on a bed, let it dry, and leave, and they would have no idea. Like, they're not cleaning shit. Over 55.
Actually just destroyed them. To buy a house here, you have to be 55 or older, and no one under 19 can live there permanently. So walking into an Airbnb...
Yeah, that's not necessarily of a swinger community. Like, in an adult-only neighborhood is very common in every state. Over 55's crazy? It's not. Like, there's a lot of communities where it's like over 55 and your kids, that's what it is, like the over 19 permanently, is because your kid has to be at least out of high school to live with you.
That was trashed the way it was definitely...
Because they just don't want kids in the town.
A surprise.
The smoke alarm is falling off.
Do you know how many old people have probably...
Oh, no, you're right, bro. What the fuck did we just find? No, this isn't real. What's in the chair?
No way.
Yeah, there's just cum stains everywhere, bro.
Okay, can we go?
You gotta get a black light in this room. On God, I'm never booking an Airbnb with bed sheets like this. This is an old person home. Not only is this not homey and inviting, it feels like it's haunted, and I guarantee you they don't wash anything in this room. If you ever see, yo, yeah, and they got that cock chair in the corner. Why do they have a lounger? Yo, actually, when am I ever sitting in that chair in a bedroom?
Oh, what the fuck did we just find?
Oh no.
And the more we went through this house, the worse every room got.
Terrible, foul smell of old man in here. Nah, I don't want to stay here.
This is really not bad, as long as there's no bed bugs.
There's white stuff on the dresser.
Bro, stop pointing things out.
It's probably just ice cream.
It's probably just ice cream. They probably just spilled ice cream.
Brought us to an STD.
Dude, stop.
Infested.
I wonder how much do you think this Airbnb was a night? It's like a two bedroom fucking Florida home. Probably 150, maybe $200 a night. Dude, Airbnbs are expensive.
We're foreigners. We just found out this is like a swinger place. Is that true?
You'll see the
loofahs. That's what we heard. We heard it at a gas station.
Them. Yeah, that's very much true.
Do you know how we could get in on that? I walk up to the first old person in a golf cart. So are there any parties tonight?
Okay. I wouldn't recommend going into any of the hot tubs.
Really?
Oh God. And what, do they not clean them? You gonna get like a bacteria infection? What is that called that you could get that from an Airbnb? Or just like dirty hot tubs in general? It's like a type of rash. Hot tub rash. Pseudomonas folliculitis is a hot tub rash. And you can get them from like dirt. No, it's not ringworm. Is this ringworm? Also, shave the stomach, brother. Please. Ugh.
Your favorite movies and TV are on YouTube. Press play on something new.
Breathe it in.
Get Paramount Plus, Play Kids Learning, Up Faith and Family, and more. Find your favorite movies and TV on YouTube.
There's literal stains on our bed in this Airbnb.
Really?
Do you want to see? That sounds fucking weird.
No, you will find them more often than you would think. Go to the pools, but don't go in the hot tub.
Oh my God. Why do you say the hot tub? Like that?
It's because they're not cleaning them.
Bon appetit. And as I walked inside,
because you're supposed to like drain a hot after every guest. Aren't Airbnbs supposed to like drain and clean a hot tub?
Things started getting weird.
I just saw this.
We gonna be great. Just eat every day. Bro, this can't be real.
The more we realized that it was an actual safety and health violation to stay there, we went to a nearby hotel. And boy,
dude, I want to see a YouTuber try and get in one of these parties so bad. You're just with Claudia. 78 years old. She's a teal loofah. Jack Pembroke. That would be hilarious. Him trying to get into one of these.
Best thing that could have happened. I think that's
he'd be like, go with me.
Swingers there before us. Let's see. It smells good. It doesn't reek of.
There's a level of being too deep to back out, though. You and Jack should go. Me and him are gay couple with teal loofahs. There's a level where you're too in. You know, you're in the bedroom. You know, Robert has the Batman mask on. He's already stepping in the closet. You can't back out. I'd be like, Jack, man, you got to take one for the team here, big dog. I'm like, yo, I'll sit in the cock chair, man. I'm not doing it. I'll sit in the cock chair, bro. I'll say I'm into that.
After thoroughly inspecting our hotel room, we went to bed for the night because tomorrow would be a traumatizing day for me, to say the least. I kind of want to get one of every single color. Oh God. Oh my God, I just realized we're going to be walking out of here. This is a humiliation ritual. Right now I'm buying loofahs to help with today's game plan. Apparently these loofahs all have different meanings.
Oh my God, is he actually going to try and get into a party?
Depending on the color, and they indicate what people are into.
Want me to jingle your bells?
So as I walk through this Walmart, I get bombarded with looks by old people who either want to get with me or think I'm a creep. Getting looks right now. I look like the freakiest freak.
Well, the shoe fits.
Oh my goodness, bro. Someone's gonna probably approach me. I'm not even kidding. Why are you laughing?
Oh, because it could be you're doing stuff for bathtub, or it could be the Villages thing.
The Villages thing. That's the name for it. The Villages thing. Okay.
What are you doing?
Do these mean anything? Any of these colors?
I don't know.
I don't either. I'm sure someone in here does.
Yeah, if you can look it up on the thing.
Okay, so I came here with the plan of investigating this to see if it was real. I'm a little bit over my head right now. This one looks right. I don't know.
Wait, what is the pineapple for again? What is the pineapple?
People are looking at me because of the camera or because of what I'm holding.
Oh my, she knows the old lady. Oh my God.
Gosh, it's you again. Oh my gosh, it's the DoorDash driver. What's up, man? How you doing? Is this what we're thinking? Is this looking?
Listen, I'm never one to yuck anyone's yum. I don't know anything about it.
I don't either. I just grabbed the first thing I saw.
I love the open-minded exploring. That's what
Thank you. Well, I'm personally probably not exploring. I'm just interested in other people.
No, you're exploring, big dog. You're gonna put up that teal loofah.
Stories.
That's really cool.
This is an attraction device, literally and figuratively. He knows what we're here for. He knows the mission. Our goal here is to have somebody invite us.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's your in. That's your in right there, Greg. That's that guy's name. Mm-hmm. He's saying, you want to come to one of the parties tonight?
Yeah, that's the
I see the pineapple.
goal. So we're gonna have a nice little trinket here on our dashboard. Okay, that's actually has. We're gonna hang. The game plan is super simple. We're gonna drive around all day today with my front windshield looking like this. How often do people actually stop you? Will anybody say anything? I'm very curious. I have to find out. And after about 5 minutes of driving, we saw this car with what looked like yellow loofahs.
Can somebody please can somebody please get Marlon to go to one of these cities and not tell him that this is what it's about until like they're in the party? That would be so funny. Being like, yo, Marlon, we're going to go to this Villages place. There's going to be a great IRL streaming there. They're all inviting him over. He's like, dude, everybody loves me here.
Just the beginning. Because as I was walking around getting shots of the town, listen to what some of the
Marlon and Lacey, what a great stream idea. Marlon and Lacey, go to the Villages.
The locals had to say.
Yeah.
But you got to commit to the bit.
I just started working here at right?
Okay.
And we were on break. Me and my friend were sitting down on that bench right there. Yeah. And the lady was like, you better be careful. They're gonna come get you. It was terrible, bro. Depending on the color loofah, if they have a loofah in their golf cart, depends on what they're into. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse on here, but they'll have out in the open.
Oh, really? No, and you've seen this before?
Yeah. I'll be on break.
On these chairs.
Bro got the khaki pants by the ankles just in the alleyway, just doing it. No fucking way.
Chair, or they'll sit on the sidewalk and do it. Yeah.
Now, of course, I didn't believe him in the moment, but after a quick Google search, I found a bunch of news stories from 2018, and things like this add fuel to the fire for the online debates of whether or not all these rumors are true.
And people are talking about STDs and swingers.
No, they're definitely not true.
No, not that I'm aware of. No.
People have called this place the STD capital.
It's like Fight Club. You know, you can't talk about Fight Club. Somebody leaked it one time. You can't be doing that. It's like first rule of the Villages: don't talk about the Blufa parties
of America. But that rumor started from a single news report years ago, and the internet ran with it. With nearly 150,000 residents here, it makes sense that every lifestyle.
STD capital too, bro. That would suck, dude. You get fucking like chlamydia from like Lucille.
Would exist somewhere, but I wanted to see how real the swinger rumors actually were, and what I encounter later.
What's like an old people names?
Will actually haunt me forever. I've been walking around for probably 10-15 minutes trying to talk to people, and it feels like every old person I've walked by are just ignoring me. I think I look definitely like an outcast.
Sharon, Dorothy, Gertrude, Patricia. I mean,
I'm a young, strapping, fit young man. So I did bring something in case of this scenario here. If you didn't know, upside-down pineapples are typically associated with swingers. So if there's any way I'm gonna attract a swinger, wearing an upside-down pineapple would probably do the trick.
Maybe the shirt being buttoned wrong gives you the extra creep.
You guys like my shirt?
Yeah, very nice.
Does this fit? Do I fit in right now?
Yeah.
Okay. People are looking at.
Bro, you look like a narc, man. They're not gonna invite you to one of the parties, bro. You gotta really fit the bill, dude.
Like I'm weird. I have a feeling this is not actually a thing that really happens. And I think
you have a camera on your fucking chest. You're wearing a flannel over a hoodie, and you have a mic on your body.
It's more so just a with that in mind.
How would you know? Because he's got to wear a wire. I watch a lot of John Kiriakou. You gotta fucking invest into this bit, man.
I created a rule that I have to abide by the entire time I'm in the Villages. I am not allowed to take off this pineapple shirt, no matter how embarrassed I get. So I walked into the local restaurant to see if anybody would come up to me. Oh my god, I look insane. Oh my gosh, I need to be put down. Chat, this is crazy. And I remember walking through this restaurant and seeing the amount of people rubbernecking to look at my shirt and how mortifying it was. Up there with some of the dumbest things that I've done. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. And as I go to sit down, I'm quickly spotted. Any minute now, I'm expecting someone to approach me. And after about 5 minutes of ordering food, I've got a new set of eyes on me.
My husband and I love your shirt.
Oh.
He goes, oh, it's go time. Okay, lock in, lock in, lock in.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I did. I got it at a Walmart. There's a Walmart down the street, yeah. Very interesting. Awesome. Thank you so much. I gotta ask them whether it's like swingers. I'm like shaking. I didn't think this was actually.
You can't just do. You can't just ask them if they're swingers. There's gotta be like a code word.
Freaking real. Dude, y'all are gonna. Everyone's gonna.
Is the barn red?
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings, not your notes. It captures everything.
I think that's scripted. I'm sitting here and my camera was off. I was just sitting here waiting, warming up because it's freezing out. The lady comes up to me. I love your shirt. I feel disgusted. I'm gonna go to church after this. All right, guys, we're out. Just curious, why'd you guys like my pineapple shirt?
Bring another good shirt.
Bring another one? You want one? I heard there's like swingers out here. Is that why you're asking?
God, no, why do you can't just front it like that?
Are you guys swingers?
Pardon?
Are you guys swingers? Is that why you asked? No, okay.
Sandy and Mike.
Tammy, Mike, sounds good. Yeah, all the time. If I see you guys around the square, you know who to talk to. Matt.
Don and my husband.
Don, good to meet you, good to meet you. Great to meet you guys. Very good.
You got strong hands, Mike. You got strong hands, Mike. I like that.
Talk to you guys later. Holy. I need to run to the door. Dude, I gotta throw this away. I gotta leave. I gotta be out. Oh my God. Did you even hear anything that just happened? You have no idea. I can't even. Yeah, so we might just walk around this village square right now and have a throuple coming up to link up later. Oh, very good. Good to see you guys. Hello. Very good. Yeah, you too, guys. Do you guys know anything about the loofahs, the colors of the loofahs?
Oh my God, no. They don't know. They're not gonna give you info, bro. They're not gonna give you info. You're obviously a rat.
Oh, okay. I heard.
Am I missing something?
Yeah, apparently people will put like loofahs on like their.
Oh my God, why are we explaining this to an old person? I'm just gonna be like, oh no, dude, they probably have a loofah on one. That's probably their golf cart right there.
Adirondack chairs and in their cars, and they mean different things apparently.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
You heard about that?
I did hear about that.
Do you know what the colors are?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I have no clue.
I'll say purple and blue.
Purple, blue, white.
Let me just say that's for a generation after us.
The generation after you guys?
After us.
What generation are you guys?
I'm the last surviving.
The last surviving, okay.
What?
How old are you?
81.
81. How long have you lived?
Ooh, too old. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think they're lying.
Here.
Well, we come down every year, but
okay.
For about.
Oh, you're from up north.
Oh, they're snowbirds. Okay, yeah, they're not a part of this, chat. She admitted it? No, I think she was just guessing colors.
We're about Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, okay. We're from New York.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, I know.
I was going to say it's better down here, but not today.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty freezing. I think we brought the cold down here. Yeah.
So we should hold you responsible.
Yeah, it's our fault for sure.
Oh, you could hold me responsible tonight, Mike, let me tell you.
100%. 100%.
We're here, you get the drinks.
Sounds good. On me. On me. I'll be here tomorrow.
I'll be here tomorrow. The drinks are on you. You'll be here.
All right. Sounds good.
It's our turn.
All right. Sounds good. Where's the nearest church? I'm only about 1 hour in since putting on this shirt. All I'm going to say is I don't know where this video is taking me. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I heard that this is the swinger capital of America.
Oh, yeah.
What do you know about that?
There'll be hella parties, hella drinking. Smoking, all type of crazy.
How do you know
In the
this?
neighborhood over there, you can walk by people and they'll all be naked during the summer.
What the f? They be doing weird shit. It's like at middle of the night. They be grouping up over there, fam. Real talk.
After talking to multiple people and only hearing that it's all completely true, I finally bumped into some people who had something else to say.
She's been here for 3 years, never done one.
Really? Well, I wore this. I went into a restaurant, and within 10 minutes of me sitting there, an old lady came up to me, asked me about my shirt.
Well, with 150,000 people, I'm sure you can find.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been saying.
But that's not what.
Normal. It's not. That's. But every person I've asked, besides you guys, said yes. They've seen it firsthand.
Well.
So I don't know.
I rarely come to the square except to play Pokemon Go.
Okay, so every village here in the villages.
What? Is this the coolest woman ever? What do you mean? She's like in her late 50s, early 60s. She's playing Pokemon Go on the iPad, coming to the square for the Pokestop.
I rarely come to the square except to play Pokemon Go.
Okay, so every village here in the villages has one of these town squares.
iPad grandma.
Okay? And during the summer, these town squares are filled with people every day from around 5 o'clock to like 9 o'clock, and then they eventually shut it off. I've been told that there's bands that perform here, and this is kind of where all the swingers come, and just normal, you know, regular couples to meet each other, hang out, have a good time. It is a 55+ retirement community. Not everyone here is a degenerate. Did you hear about the whole like swinger theory out here? Apparently there's a lot of swingers.
No, I haven't heard that, and I'm not one.
Everyone here looks so happy and jolly. That's one thing I've noticed. There's a bunch of gated communities just like this behind me. I don't know if you can see that. And there's a bunch of these golf cart only roads. So all of these gated communities are kind of like linked up together. And then there's the main roads, which honestly, there's not many people driving, probably because old people hate driving. And yeah, they just drive their golf carts to these city squares. Yeah, look right here, village of Bridgeport at the lake. It's so quaint. It's very quaint. It's like everybody here lives their life and it's great. It's like paradise. Except in the summertime when the weather is horrible here in Florida and it's riddled with mosquitoes and it's hot and it's humid. Good afternoon, folks. The sun still hasn't set and now it's time to go bowling. Fiesta bowling.
Oh, that's a spot to find some fucking old people, dude. Are you serious? The bowling alley. Wow, what a pick. What a spot, dude. Wear the pineapple shirt in the lanes. You impress one of the ladies with your bowling skills? That's for you, Lucille. Finger bang. Roll 205.
Or you get pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, that'll get him laid.
I went bowling for about an hour and a half, and absolutely nobody came up to me. I kind of looked like an idiot wearing this pineapple shirt, but everyone there was extremely nice. I spent the next hour and a half driving around the villages, trying to find pineapples in people's front yards, loofahs hanging from golf carts, and flamingos plastered in people's yards, which all are indications of swingers, and I found absolutely nothing. But what I was able to uncover later that night would honestly make me question everything, and I'm kind of scared to even show you. Time to go for a stroll. We're going to the center of the town. We're gonna see if we have any strange experiences. I've already gotten asked by one couple for drinks, and they asked where I live. Let's see if anything else happens. I have a feeling now people are getting tipsy. Do I look a little bit silly with this upside down pineapple shirt? Is it true?
Silly with my getup?
Your getup? I know, it's freezing here. I'm like actually cold. It feels like the Northeast.
People in there are gonna love your upside down pineapple shirt.
What do you mean by that?
They're gonna love it.
Why is that?
You know why.
So it's true.
It's true.
I've been told by the internet that it's not true, but here everyone's telling me it is true.
The shirt's not the truth. You have to have the pineapple in your golf cart.
I do have a pineapple in my car.
Perfect.
And loofahs.
Perfect.
Yep. So we went to the bar that she told us to go into, and let's just say what happens over the next 20 minutes, I cannot.
Yo, it's all old people. Holy shit. Like, I know a lot of, like, restaurants and bars tend to be people, like, over 50 in general, but, like, this is, like, I understand it's the city's, like, 55 and over. Dude, like, literally everybody at every chair is, like, 70.
The amount of silly looks I got in literally 2 seconds of coming in here is scary.
Dude, you gotta start fucking doing some laps, man. You gotta start scoping the area.
We are inside that bar right now. That lady
gotta start chirping, man.
Lady told me to go into because there are swingers. Everything's fine right now. I'm fine.
Please tell me a joke.
No.
You know who would do this is Chris. I think I could deadass convince Koshard to go to the villages. Yeah, not Joe.
I'm not Joe. I'm not Joe. I'm Matt, but people call me Charlie.
Imagine she just aired me out. She's just like Joe Bart.
Charlie. Okay, I may remember Charlie. I'm Dolores.
Dolores. That's an old woman name.
Love that name. Beautiful name.
And what are you drinking?
Water.
Oh, you designated.
I'm the DD for tonight. Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna try and get you drunk.
Good. And what are you drinking?
Charlie. My name's Matt, but people call me Charlie.
Charlie. Okay.
Yep.
I have a boyfriend. I don't need a bunch of guys calling this sex symbol.
Well, you got one right here.
Oh, there you go. That's Charlie. I know.
Charlie.
I remember his name.
Why is that? Do I look familiar?
Almost 83 in March I will be. I can't believe I...
You don't look a day over 29.
Oh, yeah. Now listen, Charlie. I don't have my boots on, so don't spread no more
Okay. We want to see you on the dance floor.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I used to dance every dance. Well, I can't because my back is shot.
Mine too. I got scoliosis surgery.
Mine, I had 3 surgeons say they can't do anything for me.
Really? Oh, I hate that. I got back and shoulder surgery too. I say every year I'm closer to being fully bionic.
Oh, yeah.
Like a robot.
Yeah, I have a knee and a hip.
I'm gonna need that soon too, probably.
Otherwise, I'd be out there shaking my shaggy.
Swinger capital of America. Is that true?
No idea.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay. I heard this is a...
I applaud your shirt for here.
Thank you. Why is that? I heard this is a swinger capital of America. Is that true?
Oh, 100%. I've been a bartender here for 23 years. Oh, you right there have a bunch of...
Oh, he's gotten into some of these fucking parties, let's be honest. But he's been a bartender here for 23 years. I'd say, give me the inside scoop, pal. What are these parties like?
Eyes on you right now.
I know.
It's a solid move.
Yeah, I keep seeing you here looking at my shirt. I heard it's the swinger capital of America. Is that true?
It's all right. I wouldn't say swinger, but just, you know, it's a good place for singles.
A good place for singles. Okay.
I'm single.
Oh, okay. I'm not, unfortunately, but yeah, you do that. Oh, good evening.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
What do you guys think about my shirt?
What do I think of your shirt? It's buttoned incorrectly, but yeah, it's good.
I went inside, and some people were coming up to me because the upside down pineapple. And I wore this by accident. I know there was a meeting to it.
I'm not going there. Sorry.
Okay.
You're on your own that way.
No.
I'm not going there.
No.
Wow, so they all know, but like some of them are about it, some aren't.
No, I wasn't asking. I'm just saying, like.
No, so the joke is.
Keep walking.
Well, I didn't mean to bother you guys, seriously.
This week, buy any large pizza at regular menu price, get a large one topping free.
All right, don't be a dick. Interesting.
Yeah. You guys have a good night. I think
you're in the wrong neighborhood. Oh no, what are you gonna fucking hurt me? You're in the wrong neighborhood. What are we in Kensington? What the fuck kind of stupid ass comment is that? You're in the wrong neighborhood. Shut up. I would have been such a dick. He was so nice.
At the wrong time. We heard there's a lot of...
Could have just said, I don't really want to get interviewed. Could have just started out with that.
Swingers here, so we're trying to get to the bottom of it.
Pineapple?
Yeah.
Nice.
He was. This guy. Yeah?
What are you doing yet?
We're trying to find swingers right now.
Swingers?
Yeah.
Hey, Gramps, you want to hit the Eiffel Tower? Hey, Gramps, me and you, tag team, brother. We're going to be the dynamic duo later.
No,
not yet.
Hey, you want to learn? Oh my God.
That was good. I'll give you nuts for that one.
I really couldn't get mad at bro because I really did just walk into that one myself. But now watching this back, I realize how bad I look. And, well, it's out there on the internet now, so anyway.
I've been here in the villages for the past 3 days, and if there's one thing I could take away from this, it's that all these people seem very happy. Like, look, there's a sense of community. Everyone shows up.
Yeah, outside that one couple outside. Seems like they got denied from one of the parties, and they were upset about the pineapple question. I mean, god damn, dude.
Up in their golf carts. Hey! Everyone shows up in their golf carts. They're all very friendly. I definitely ran into some swingers, but I don't think everyone here is. That's, like, unfair to just say, like, generally.
Well, and he was filming and shit. Like, I think if he just showed up, wore regular stuff, and maybe, like, the pineapple shirt or whatever, and was just like, hey, I think there was a chance they would, like, let him in. All right. Next video, chat.